Hello YouTube, this is Madness Medic. I'm coming to you with the second video of the series of my personally owned pistol collection breakdown. This is like I said, the second video. So if you missed the first one, it'd be a good idea to go back and check that out. The reason is because in my first video I broke down what these series of videos is going to be about. So if you're just joining us, then today we are doing a pros and cons review type video on one of my personally owned pistols. This is one of my favorites. Today we're talking about the Springfield XD. This is the tech mat for it. I enjoyed the pistol so much I decided to go ahead and buy the tech mat for repairs and smithing if anything needs done. And then later on down the road, I decided, well, I liked it so much that I might as well buy some swag. So I picked up the factory, I guess you'd call it the technical specs. You know, hey, look, this is what makes this pistol better. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and we'll talk about the XD. So the Springfield XD. This is the 4.5 XDM40. It's chambered in, of course, 40 Smith & Wesson. This weapon has been safety checked. Show you. There's proof. There are no bullets in the magazine. So, we'll talk about why I replaced my Glock 22 with this pistol. First of all, this pistol is so accurate. This pistol in my hands, we can go for days and shoot well, very well. It comes with the XDM match barrel. The match barrel is a really well made barrel, spiral cut and everything like that is all match grade out of the box. That's not upgraded. The Glock barrels are standard Glock barrels. They come in the same everything. Everyone's the same. There's nothing really too special about them. You can get lone wolf barrels for them that are more expensive. You can get upgraded barrels, but this, out of the box, Springfield treats you right. We'll go ahead and talk about the exterior of the pistol first. The grip. The grip on this pistol is phenomenal. They cut these grooves into the grip that really make a difference when you're sweating or it's hot outside or you've been, playing in water or anything. It's these grooves really give you a solid purchase of the firearm. And that makes the pistol just so much more accurate in your hands. You've been shooting all day, doing 3 guns, running around, having a good time, and your hands get sweaty and you're tired and excuse me, you're tired and you still need to shoot and perform well. This gives you that solid positive grip. This upper slide, as you can see, I went ahead and got the two-tone silver upper. And I really enjoy it. It's kind of flashy. It is extremely scratch resistant though, and fingerprints don't show up too bad on it. That's not a major point, but it's a really good coating they have on this, and I can't remember the name of it right now. But it's a really good coating. The sights on this are, they call them main focus sights, I believe. They're, let me see if I can get that line up for you. There we go. It's got a real good sight picture. When you're shooting, it's easy to acquire your shots and your follow-up shots with those big, bold sights. They're also tapered. Let's see if I can show you that. Tapered, so when you're holstering and unholstering, it doesn't get hung up. Glock sights are, they're, squared off, so they can catch and grab. These sights have a little dovetail to them, So holstering and unholstering, you know, is a lot simpler. Comes with a rail under the front, like the Generation 4s and some of the Generation 3 Glocks. They have the rail on there also. They call it the multi-adjust rail system. It says no matter what size Picatinny you're using, it will fit. So I don't know how true that is because I do not have a laser or weapon sight on this, but that's what they market. Want to go ahead and talk about the magazine real fast. This is a 40 cal, like I said before, but it holds 16 rounds, which is one more than the high capacity Glock mag. And then so you get 16 in one, you have 17 rounds of 40 cal. And the Glock gives me 15 in one. So one more bullet. Doesn't seem like a lot, but if you're duty carrying, one bullet can mean the difference. It really can. The guide rod on this particular pistol is solid all the way through. And I have not had any problems to this day with guide rods or any kind of malfunctions to do with the spring or anything like that. Go ahead and we'll head into the inside of the pistol. Takedown is so easy, it puts Glock to shame. That's it. You take the slide, you lock it back. Excuse me. Take the slide, you lock it back, you turn this lever from here, to the up position, and then you just send the slide home and just pull it off. Glock has left something to be desired with that takedown. And that's just one more reason I've replaced Glock with Springfield XDM. Talking about the spring, it is not a self-contained spring, which means, like the Glock, it's not compressed when you pull it out. It expands. That's one little thing that Glock has on the XDM. But this is a solid guide rod. It's hollowed out, of course, but it's one piece, which I like because it leaves a little room for error. The less moving parts, the better. But that's the spring. And we drop our barrel out, just like any other. This is what I'm talking about with the match barrel. And I know it's terrible. You can't really see the grooves I'm talking about. I don't know if you can there or not. Trying to get it lined up for you. But this match barrel is extremely well made, and it got a nice smooth feed ramp that appears to be buffed. I'm not sure if it is or not, but it feeds wonderfully. Different hollow points, different round nose, ball ammo. When they sell you the pistol, they recommend that you do not shoot lead shot. So if you make your own munitions at home, then they recommend you use jacketed hollow points because the grooves inside the barrel will shave off parts of the lead as it spirals out and leave pieces in there. So I haven't put that to test because I'm going to go ahead and take Springfield's word on that. And so I just don't want to push the envelope. The slide is solid construction. It's slightly heavier than the Glock slide, which I kind of like. Most people don't. Some people do. Some people don't. It's personal preference. The striker, it is striker fire. It also has an indicator right here in the back that will tell you if the striker is cocked back. This is your extractor claw here. It's a big, long, kind of elaborate thing. Glock's is very simple. But this is a performance firearm. This has the California loaded indicator, which a lot of people like and a lot of people don't like. I don't have a personal preference to the indicator, no indicator argument. Go ahead and throw it back together real fast. Very simple to throw together. Want to talk about the trigger. It's pretty similar to the Glock. I'm not sure who did it first, but it's a standard fulcrum trigger. The Springfield uses the Glock type trigger safety, which I think just about everybody's going to now. I've seen it on Rugers. I've seen it on SIGs. So stuff for that. Just throw that switch back into battery, and you can see the indicator that's saying we're hot and ready to go. And then of course the shell indicator would be raised if there was a shell in there, so you can see there's not. Some people like to hold it and they'll feel up, okay, I don't have one in the chamber, so they'll, okay, now we're ready to go. If you're duty carrying, it's always going to be up because you always carry one in the pipe. If you're concealed carrying, you can reach down and go, okay, I don't have one in the pipe. So that's one thing I really like about the Springfields, is the redundancy. One other thing I want to talk about is Springfield boasts the multiple safety features. Like the Glock, it has the trigger safety. It will not depress unless you depress the small trigger within the trigger. But they also have the backstrap safety for your positive purchase. If I grab this pistol wrong, sometimes it will not want to work. So you really have to have a positive grip to fire it. And I kind of like that, because if I don't have a sure grip, if I'm off, if I'm limp wristing it, the pistol tells me, no, I don't think so. You're not going to do that. So I kind of like that. A lot of people talk smack about the backstrap safety. It's a turnoff for a lot of people. And if it is, you know, great. Buy a Glock. Springfield also has the changeable back straps, which Glock does. I run a size 2, little meatier hands. A lot of people I know run size 3. But other than that, mag release is extremely large and it's ambidextrous. So if you're a lefty shooter, you don't have a slide release, but you do have a mag release. What else? I'm trying to think. These little swoops going back to the grip, little thumb divot, actually is really nice. It just comes back to shooter's comfort. This pistol has the cuts in the front of the slide and the rear of the slide. Glock only has these back here that I've seen. The new generation 4 Glocks I have not played with. I don't know anything about them. Maybe I can get one to do on the show here. But this is my Springfield XD 4.5 and 40 cal 2-tone. The reasons I love it, I've discussed. I cannot find a reason I do not like it. So pros and cons don't really count, because I have no cons with this pistol. I have no dislikes thus far. I've had probably 800 to 1,000 rounds through this pistol itself. And some of you might have noticed that the barrel serial and the slide serial don't match. The reason is because I had to order a new barrel. Well, I didn't have to. I chose to. I shot so many rounds through it that I felt that I needed another barrel. I asked the engineer I was speaking to at Springfield. He said, no, it should be good for, you know, multiple thousands of rounds. But I bought another one anyway because I like brand new barrels. That was my personal choice. He did not recommend it. He did not say it was necessary. But I bought a new barrel anyway. That's just me being weird. But I love this pistol. And I love it so much that I recently purchased the Springfield XD in 9mm. And I'll go ahead and talk about that in my next video. If you have things to say, pros and cons, likes and dislikes, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. And, you know, keep it constructive, keep it positive. I'm not an endorsed Springfield person. I am not sponsored. So this is just me and my pistols, what I like and what I don't like. If there's things you'd like to see different, let me know. If there's things you'd like to see more of, less of, let me know. And I'll cover that in my next video. I'll appreciate it, YouTube. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe down below, and we'll see you next time with Madness Medic.